Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to look at the work of a professional artist in order to create a portfolio page, which we're going to fill with faces based off the work from the previous weeks. So the artist we're going to look at today is Ryouta. I'm going to show you some of his work. Basically, what you can see is just how cute all of his designs are, how interesting they are. There's a lot of variety in them. And I think the way he presents his work is also really clean, which is why I've decided to pick his work as an example of what I would like one day one of my portfolio pages to look like. Out of his body of work, I've decided to pick this one piece because I think it's really representative of what I would like to achieve this time. So what you can see him do here is he has a bunch of faces drawn from different angles, different point of views. There's going to be guys, girls. He has different hairstyles, different expressions, and all of them convey a lot of emotion. That's why I really like this one, and this is what I want to shoot for this week. I also believe that this exercise can really help you out because it's going to push you to try your best to achieve such a high level of quality, and it's also going to give you a reference point for you to repeat the same exercise in the future and look back at to see how far you've come, how much you've improved. Also, last week I mentioned how I felt like I wasn't drawing enough, so I've given myself a goal of drawing 25 faces this week, and then I would have picked 6 out of the 25 to render them. All in all, what was really important to me was to make sure that there was variety in the drawings that I was making, so I tried to take those 25 and split them equally across guys, girls, profiles, front views, and 3/4. In the meantime, I also experimented with different expressions. I tried to make the characters look happy, angry, sad, everything that came to mind. I also tried to have them look straight ahead or to the side. And I tried changing up the clothes as much as I could. I'm not really good at that, so I think in the future, as we cover more and more of the anatomy of the figure, we'll also spend more time focusing on clothing and how to create interesting but simple designs. Looking back, there are some technical aspects that I wish I had paid more attention to while doing these drawings. I think some of the proportions are really off, especially in the necks. I think some of them are really long. Also, I wish I'd played around more with the point of view, so even though I tried different angles, I'd never really raised or lowered the camera, which I think would have added some more interest to the portraits. So that's something that I will try to do more of if I ever repeat the exercise in the future. Another area where I think I really fell short is keeping a style coherence amongst the different characters that I drew. So if you compare some of the faces with one another, you will notice that sometimes the eyes are rendered very differently, sometimes the hair is really simple, sometimes it's very detailed, sometimes the face is really round, sometimes it's very angular. And I don't really like that because it gives the feeling of, it's as if different people had drawn them. They don't look like characters that could coexist in the same world, that could belong to the same story. And that was instead the feeling that I was shooting for. So this is something that I have to pay more attention to when I repeat the exercise in the future. Finally, the last area of improvement, I think, is the emotions. So I believe that some of the characters don't have as clear as a straightforward emotion as I wanted them to be. For example, there's that guy with the shirt and the red hair. He looks like he's angry, scared, I don't really know. And I don't want that to happen again in the future. I want it to be very easy for the viewer to understand what the characters are feeling. So that's also something where I need to do more studies and practice more. Looking back now at the week, what I think would have helped me out the most in avoiding some of the issues that I ran into is simply having had a reference to the side, also for the style that I wanted to go for. Normally when I think of references, I tend to think of photos of people in real life, but in reality, in this case, for this exercise especially, even having kept that image by Ryouta to the side while doing all of my drawings would have helped me keep in mind to, vary the point of view, think about the faces as being rounder rather than angular. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to shoot for that exact same style, but just having sort of a reference point can really help out a lot. And I feel like I really missed that, so moving forward, one of the things that I will always try to do is to have a reference to the side for the style that I want to shoot for that can serve both as inspiration and as a way to challenge myself to achieve that level of quality. And with that, I want to end the video. If you guys ever tried something like this, let me know how it went for you in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you next week where we're going to cover the anatomy of the torso and draw some waist-up figures. Bye everyone.